Hey everyone, welcome to Shane Shed. I bought a new car and kind of like my Disco and my Suburban, it's also blue. That was totally by accident, but anyway, that's the way it worked out. It's not exactly a new car, it's 2010, so it's 12 years old now. But like I said, it's blue, and that was totally by accident, really. I didn't go looking for a blue car. It just so happened to be the one that was in the best condition at the time. So that's the way it's what I've ended up with. I didn't even notice the colour, to be honest, until I got it home, and then went, oh, it's rightio. And as you can tell, it's a Mitsubishi. Specifically, it's an Outlander. So as I mentioned, it's a 2010 Mitsubishi Outlander. This is an LS, so I believe this is the base model. Manual transmission, so it's better than that auto by option. Generally, for a car of its age, it's in pretty good nick. I mean, the paint's got a few scratches and blemishes here and there, but you know what? I don't really care. The kids are just going to put more on them anyway, so this is a good reason why I don't get new vehicles. Need to get a bit of a clean up with the headlights there, probably give those a polish up, see what happens. 2.4 litre inline 4, and done a shade over 200,000 Ks. Specifically for this one, why we wanted it, it's a manual transmission. My older son's learning to drive, so my other two vehicles, the Disco and the Suburban, both auto, so we kind of needed something for him, and also something a little bit cheaper to run around than the Disco, because that's just a maintenance money pit, really. So I've got a couple of videos I've already done for this. I've been waiting to upload them until I've shot this video. So a lot of it's just going to be the initial base servicing. I like to do that. I think anybody who buys a second-hand car probably should do that straight off, because look, you just never know what the previous servicing's like. Even though this one has reasonable service history, it's got a lot of it's got a lot of stamps in it, but I'll try and keep the shadows out. But as you can see, like a lot of this stuff, they just stamp it, dealers signature it. There's no mark of what has actually been done. So whilst that service history looks okay, like it's probably 90% there for services on time. To be honest, that's kind of typical of a lot of second-hand vehicles I look at, especially the years or the age that I look at when buying a vehicle. If you've ever had an over 10-year-old vehicle you've looked at to buy that has a 100% perfect service record, then let me know in the comments below, because I've never found one of those. I just accept that's what it is. Previous owners do whatever they do. As long as you find something's in reasonable condition to start with, I think you're halfway there. So that's why a lot of the baseline servicing I think is so important. Like I just showed you with some of those service sheets there, they just sign them off. You don't know whether it's just a simple oil change they've done or whether they've done anything else. You don't know whether they've done any brake pads, if it's got timing belts. Sometimes you don't know whether that's been done on time. It's a bit of a lottery, really. So I always figure get it to a point where you know straight away. So once you owned it, change all your oils. So do your engine oils, your gearboxes, differentials, if it's four-wheel drive, transfer cases, front diff as well. Brake fluid, do a change on that, because that often gets neglected. Same with even power steering fluid, like that just sits in there and nobody even touches that generally at all. So I'd give that a change as well. So with all that servicing, I will be doing some videos on this. I've got there's one repair I've got to do that's coming up, so there will be a CV boot I need to change. That's something I knew about from my inspections when I purchased the vehicle. I knew that needed to be done. It's actually probably after I got under it with the first service, it's probably realised that boot's a little bit worse than what I originally noticed, but doesn't matter either way, it's still got to be done. But generally, all in all, this is it's a pretty solid little vehicle, really. It does what it does. There's nothing spectacular. It's just a get to from A to B sort of vehicle, and that's about it. So they have that's my new vehicle. I'll have a few videos coming up for that. So if you're interested in that, please keep an eye out for them. If you're new to the channel and maybe you're just here for the Outlander content, then please consider subscribing. My stuff's just basically all DIY. So if that's interesting to you or you're interested in doing that yourself, then I'll have plenty of useful content there for you. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye guys.